Shalom. I am Rabbi Nathan Davidovich speaking to you on behalf of the webyeshiva.org, speaking to you from Efrat, Israel. In this week's Torah reading, the Parsha Vayechi, which is the last Torah reading in the book of Genesis, the book of Bereshit, we have the incident of our father Jacob, who is close to death, on his deathbed, and he asks to bless all of his sons. And the blessing that he gives to his son Dan, from whom Samson, Shimshon, was a descendant, teaches us the importance of bitachon, teaches us the importance of trust in God. It's a very powerful phrase that he uses to close the blessing of Dan. And he says, Lishuascha kivisi Hashem. For your salvation, I hope, my God. And this theme of bitachon is repeated many times throughout the Torah. We learn many lessons of why bitachon, trust in God, is so important. And in these times when there are many dark things happening, many seemingly dark things, many tragedies. Here in Israel, we've been at war now, a horrible war for 15 months. A lot of our beautiful soldiers have been injured or killed. We are struggling to have hope in the midst of all this. Right now in the state of California, there are wildfires that are devastating the land, fires that have never been seen before. How do you get through these circumstances? And the only way to get through these circumstances is through hope. The phrase, Lishuascha kivisi Hashem, teaches that if we trust and rely in God, then we will be saved. It says, Bitchu b'Hashem adayad, trust in Hashem forever. And we learn in the Gemara, it says, whoever trusts in Hashem in this world, whoever trusts in Hashem, Hashem will protect him in this world and in the next world. When a person loses hope, he becomes depressed. He feels that there is nothing that can save him. He's totally engulfed by darkness. We have to always remember when Moshe Rabbeinu and Moses went up to receive the commandments, it says in the pasuk that Moshe went up to the Arafel. Arafel is one of the three levels of darkness. There is first Anan, which is regular darkness we experience. There is Choshech, which is a much more severe darkness. And Arafel is like a palpable darkness. So you feel it, you can barely move in it. And when Moshe went up there, what did he find? Umotzes Hashem. He found God. Through the darkness, he saw God. The message is for all of us. Through the darkness of our lives, if we have bitachon, if we believe and trust in God, then we will have salvation. And what is the difference between belief in God and trust in God? Belief in God is an intellectual thing. Yes, I believe that God created the world. He's involved in everything. Bitachon means that I know, I know that, for example, if I sit down in this chair, it's not going to, I'm trusting that it's not going to cave in under me. It's not going to fall. That's bitachon. When one loses hope, he feels like he's in prison without a window of light. And as Rabbi Biederman pointed out, when one has bitachon, it's as if a large window opened up in this prison, and the light of hope shines through every corner. The darkness ebbs away as though it was never there. In the daily prayers in the Shemona Esrei, one of the blessings is Lishuascha kivinu kol hayom. I will trust in your salvation all day long. And he asks, if one is worthy of salvation, even if he's not hoping for it, he's going to get it. And if he's not worthy of it, how is waiting and hoping for salvation going to save him? And the Chidah answers that a waiting and trust in Hashem's salvation is a merit that can make him worthy of salvation. The Midrash on Tehillim says, if the only merit of the Jewish people is that they trust in God, that is enough to bring the ultimate redemption. We say in the bracha, in the morning blessings, we say, "Hanosein lasech v'ivin alavchim bein yom uvein laila." We thank God for giving us the rooster, who is able to understand and distinguish between day and night. That seems like an interesting statement. Why are you making a blessing on that? Don't all animals know the difference between day and night? And Rabbi Biederman points out that the uniqueness of a rooster is that it knows when it is still night that day is approaching. When we are going through dark times and hard times, we should remember that day is coming. Better and brighter times are arriving. That will give us the strength to endure the darkness of the present and to hope for a better tomorrow. Lishyoscha kvisi Hashem. We say in the prayers in the morning, just before the end of the Shachris service, Kaveh al Hashem, Chazak yametz libecha v'kaveh al Hashem. My father of blessed memory, Rabbi Davidovich, used to say on that sentence, where it says, Kaveh al Hashem, trust in God, Chazak, be strong, and trust in God. He said, Kaveh al Hashem, trust that God will save you. And even though it doesn't seem at first that, excuse me, even though it doesn't seem at first that God is answering your prayers, don't give up. Be strong, v'kaveh al Hashem, and trust in God. Because through this trust in God, God in fact will save us. The darkness that we are in, that we think we're in, or that we feel that we're in, we have the ability to get out of this darkness by having trust in God, by recognizing that we have a window of hope, and God will always come to our salvation, no matter how dire the circumstances. And we can prove that simply by looking at the existence of the Jewish people over all these years, thousands of years, when everybody was trying to kill us, and wipe us off the face of the earth. Thank God we're still here and thriving. Thank you for listening on behalf of the webyeshiva.org. I wish everybody a Shabbat Shalom, a Shabbat full of the light of God, and a Shabbat when we can really access our bitochen in God and trust that a good day is coming. Shabbat Shalom.